On this week's renovation vlog, we make key decisions about the bathroom design in the garden studio, or as Paul likes to call it, the guest wing.
The guest wing.
The guest wing?
Yes.
You mean the garden studio?
Yes, exactly.
We find a big problem with the fireplace, and we finally come to an agreement about the front door colour. Stay till the end to find out which colour we chose and who was right after all. Hi, I'm Georgia and this is Paul, and we just bought an abandoned maison bourgeoise on the edge of Paris with the vision to transform her into our dream home and workspace. We aren't quite a chateau renovation channel, but we consider ourselves the happy and humble smaller Paris version. This house has great bones with charming features and character, but a to-do list as long as the Seine River. Cue denial music. With it being off-grid, structurally unsound, boarded up and with toxic mould, we have our work cut out for us. So where do we begin? Let's get straight into it. With our Christmas deadline looming, we need to keep things moving. Let's talk bathroom design. We imagine a bathroom right here, with a centred furniture and mirror and a bath with a show-stopping niche. But not all in white, because that doesn't feel authentic to the story of the house. We need a touch of colour and 1920s glamour to complement the original hand-laid mosaic tiles. And I've just spotted something that's caught my eye. This is good. This is really good because I can see clearly this colour is quite similar to this, which is nice. Because it is meant to be a modern take on Art Deco, not a historical artefact. So maybe just a touch of the red. So maybe just a touch of the red in amongst the nice neutral colour is enough.
I'm happy about it.
You're happy with it?
Yeah.
Good. We have to order our feature tile, but we can collect our neutral tile right here, right now.
You said like to the top.
To the top.
So we've got an height of 260 minus 1.8 plus 5 meters square. We're good.
Cool. We have finally reached the phase where we can start making decisions, we can start making choices, and we're going to transform it from being a work site into a home. And it can get a little bit overwhelming sometimes when you look at a blank space, when it's dark and dirty and green plasterboard, and think, okay, what can we do to transform it? Just a small pause to add, you might see some jumps of progress because we've decided to leave the plumbing and electrics to the pros because you can't mess about with that stuff. They're really friendly but a bit camera shy, so we're going to leave them to it as they help us stay on track. I always ask myself, and this might be helpful, if you're thinking of renovating a room or redesigning, it can be just something small or something big. I always start with what do we know and what do we like. So we know we're going to have a bathtub. We know we're going to keep the original floors. That's the first thing that I loved when I saw this house. Use it as an inspiration. And there's a print that we're going to use as an anchor. We like that there's good natural light once we break open these windows. And we like that there's the Parisian, I don't know what that's called actually. They're like the iron decorative details, which is going to keep in with this theme of it being Parisian, a little bit Art Deco, a little bit, I don't want to say, thanks Paul. I hope this isn't ruining the film. And we're going to make it a modern interpretation of that. Last thing we know, and the last thing I like, is that my bathrooms are calm. And it's a place of zen, and it's a place of not too much stimulation. So let's go find the print that will match the bathroom colour palette. And we'll see if my theory's correct. What do you think? Are we on the right track? You might notice some family resemblance. That's Paul's little sister Ines and her lovely man Nathan. Welcome to the renovation team. But not just yet. It's lunchtime, and for the French, that's a sacred time of day. Bon app! With the boys busy outside, that leaves us girls to deal with the fireplace problem we've just found. We've discovered a hole in the chimney flue, which means soot would get everywhere if we tried to use it. So that means the wall we were trying to keep has to come down. And Paul's come just to finish off the last bit at the top. Thanks so much for your help, guys. It's going to be looking like this in no time. Three weeks ago, we demolished this concrete to reveal an original door in Paris green, which snagged a disagreement with Paul and I. Which I want to change.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
Once this is all cleaned up properly, there's some really lovely colours and tones here. Like we dark charcoal grey, we've got the lighter bluey grey, there's the cream. I don't know if I could commit to a yellow door, but that mustardy tobacco colour's quite cool. There's options. And so we asked our viewers whether to keep the green or change it. And you replied loud and clear. With 70% of viewers voting to keep the traditional colour, it got me thinking, what makes Paris green Paris green? And of course, when you start looking for something, you start seeing it everywhere. Legend has it that after the beheading of King Louis XVI during the French Revolution, the citizens of Paris painted everything in sight green as a respect of the fallen prince. As it said, his carriage on arrival to the beheading was in carriage green. There is no concrete evidence to support this claim, but it's synonymous now with the romantic charm of Paris, as the tradition has been upheld for centuries. It was invented in 1814 by chemist Russ and Sattler in Germany, and it has a strong pigment of emerald green. And we have a little piece of history in our own guest wing. And with the release of Wicked in cinemas this week, which I got to watch with a bunch of friends, convinced me finally that emerald green is here to stay. I even think Ariana Grande would agree with Paul. Keep the traditional colour. You were right. We'll keep the
Really? So what makes you change your lady?
What made me change my mind? Well, actually, I found we had in the master side, we have some little green tiles in amongst all the other colours, which I hadn't seen before. It gives context for a green door to be here, and as well, it's kind of a wink to the original style.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
I will say I'd like to do a compromise.
Yeah.
And the detail in the centre, paint that in black to match the handle.
It will be lovely.
So maybe we can restore that once my sister arrives. Maybe
yeah.
that could be a project I could do with her.
We'll make it work. Yes. Love it.
Not really a holiday for us. They're coming all the way from Australia.
Perfect.
Done. High five. On next Sunday's vlog, things start to get really messy and really dangerous, and I face my fear head on. Plus, we continue our bathroom project. Click subscribe to never miss an episode. We'll see you next time on Restore Bonjour.